Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Gifted. This was definitely a buzz-worthy trailer with great stars, looked like a wonderful premise, and a nice heart-wrenching or heart-warming film. Either way, it looked like we were in for a pretty good one. And ultimately, that's pretty much exactly what it delivers. For the most part, Gifted executes the type of film it wants to make and gives you exactly what you wanted coming into the theater. So starting off with the positives, I think our cast was all really strong. Starting with Chris Evans, I think he was fantastic in this role. We don't really get to see him in these roles that actually stretch his acting chops very often, so it was really nice to see him in this role and really giving 100% and delivering a really heartfelt, authentic performance. McKenna Grace plays his little niece, the little girl in the movie, and I also thought she was fantastic. She delivered all of the comedic performance so well, but she also was really good at crying and bringing the emotion. So I thought she brought so much heart into this film. And yet again, we have another really solid performance from a child actor, which seems to be an ongoing plus in these type of films recently. And then we had Octavia Spencer, who was doing Octavia Spencer really well. She brought heart. She brought some warmth to the movie. Unfortunately, she's not in it all that much, and she isn't really asked to stretch her acting chops at all. She kind of is just there to bring Octavia Spencer to the movie. Not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. I just wish maybe we had more time with her, because the glimpses we did get were really nice. I thought Jenny Slate was fantastic. I really thought she delivered a performance unlike any of the performances I had seen before from her. And I think she delivered it with, once again, the key word for this review, heart. It was warm, it was heartfelt, it was genuine. The one performance that had pretty much no heart came from Lindsay Duncan, but that's what the script asked of her, and I thought she also delivered well. So really, acting across the board, top to bottom, fantastic. I also think that the story itself was just a really well-written, well-thought-out story. It's not something really revolutionary. At its core, it is a custody battle film. This little girl's parents have died, so the uncle and the grandma are battling out for custody. The special twist here is that she is gifted. She is a mathematician genius. And I thought that twist worked really well, and it presented a really interesting conundrum to think about yourself and with your own kids and your own family. If I had a genius level child, how would I handle this? Do you put them in these super advanced classes and get them into college and above really quickly? Or do you hold off, you let them be a kid and let them move at their own pace? What is the proper way to go about it? And I don't really think there is. I think balance is obviously the best way to go. I think the film does really present that quandary really well. Plus, I think it was a really well-paced film. I didn't find myself getting bored or wandering off. I think that they kept your attention with that court case and with the happenings around the custody battle, but also kept you engaged emotionally, constantly. And a big part of that was the work from McKenna Grace and Chris Evans in particular, and what they were bringing to the table. So I was fully engaged. I was fully invested in what happened to this little girl and her story, as well as what happened to Chris Evans. And all of the emotional moments felt earned. I think some of them came at the cost of bad decision making, but they never felt like we were being cheated. It never felt like shortcuts were being taken to make us cry, to make us laugh, to make us smile, to make us feel happy and inspired inside. I think they were all earned. The script developed all of it well enough that it was satisfying when these emotional moments did hit home. So what didn't work so well? I'm going to go ahead and just say the entire character of the grandma didn't work that well for me. She was very one-note, stone cold, evil, pretty much throughout the entire film. Again, her side of the argument is an interesting side to the argument, and they tried to sprinkle in moments of humanity to her character. Like, there's this lovely walking scene between her and Chris Evans that really shines a different bright on their dynamic. but then instantly they get to the car and that's all forgotten and we're right back to square one. So there's never any progress with her character. There's never any growth or any development. They shove in these small moments of like cracked armor, but I don't know, she felt too one note and too caricature, evil grandma trying to rip a family apart for me. And as I just kind of mentioned, there were some unreasonable decisions made here. In particular, there's kind of a catalyst crux moment about 2/3 of the way through the film that I just didn't understand the thought process. Chris Evans kind of explains his thought process as he made that decision and made that call, but it still felt out of character. It felt out of left field, and you're kind of like, why? What in the world? And I think there were some definite soap opera-y moments where it was just like, twirl that mustache, haha, I bet you didn't see this twist coming. And each and every time you're kind of just like, okay, it just turned into a little bit of a melodrama at points throughout the film. But overall, I think that Gifted was a really solid movie. Is it an awards contender? Is it just flawless drama? No, not at all. But it checks off all the boxes it needs to check off to be an inspirational, emotional drama. So for that, I would give Gifted a full price ticket. I think if this is the kind of movie you're into, you'll really enjoy yourself going out to the movies on a Friday or Saturday night. Otherwise, for just pure quality of the film, I think it's definitely worth a matinee price. So, that has been my review of Gifted. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Gifted? And what is your favorite film based around a custody battle? Let me know either in the comment section, down below, or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!